What's going on?
This is an absolute treat, not only because I get to catch up with you today, but we are getting a deluxe version of the Whirlwind album. You have a collection with Wranglers coming out in a couple of days. And I think there's a wee announcement that you might be coming to New Zealand February next year. This is a lot going on.
A lot going on. It's so many good things happening. And I'll tell you what, I have been wanting to come to New Zealand for so long, and I can't believe that we are finally making our way over there, but we are, and it is our first stop on the other side of the world. We are doing the thing.
How did you have that kind of inkling and that feeling to want to come to New Zealand? Was it recommendations from other artists that have been? Was it when you went to Australia last and you're like, man, I want to just dip over New Zealand next time? What made you want to come?
Actually, years ago, I was at CMA Festival in Nashville that happens every June, and I've gone to CMA Fest every single year since I was 14 years old. I'll never forget I was doing a meet and greet line several years back, and I met some folks from New Zealand, and I thought, "Man, that is a long ways from here. Like, how in the world did you hear about country music?" Like, it just blew my mind, and so that's when I realized that there are actually country music fans over there, and then when I went to Australia, I enjoyed myself so much. Honestly, I was sad to be even coming home, and I just felt like a genuine connection with the people and the fans over there, so we were like, We cannot go over there and not go to New Zealand. We have got to go see the people over there and the fans." And I don't know, it felt right.
This is so exciting, especially for us where you're right. Country music has always been a part of our lives. But I think for some of us, we reached for it a lot and we really hit it at the forefront of our playlists. For others, they've only come across it recently. And it's become such a cool part of our culture, which I think more and more people are loving. What would you say about a Lainey Wilson show for those that are just dipping their toe into country music now? What would you say is the vibe they're going to get from seeing you live?
I hope they feel every single emotion there is to feel. That's my job, to get on stage and just make people feel something. So that's what I want to do. I want to make them feel something. I want to take them home. I want to maybe take them back to a certain time, place, memory. I want to make them feel that strength, that resilience that we all need to just get through life. I just want to make them feel something. So, whatever that looks like.
Is there a particular song of yours that when it comes to that strength and feeling that you reach for to listen to?
I mean, of course, Heart Like a Truck. That's one of the anthems for everybody at the show. Whenever, we get to that point and we're like, it's like halfway through the set and we're like, we need a little bit of strength to even get through the rest of the set because we're giving everything we got. And it's just that song that just kind of reminds you it's it's okay to have those scratches and dents and bumps along the way because that's what gives you a story to tell. So we've all been there.
And I think that's why fans love you so much and why people reach for your music because it has that connection with them and they really feel like they're a part of that journey with you. With the Whirlwind Deluxe coming on the 22nd, which is not that far away at all now, crazy. With the songs that you've added to it, I know that you did a live and you were sort of talking about those particular songs on there that people are going to hear. What when it comes to releasing a deluxe album, is it because you had these songs already and you were like, "Oh, it just wasn't the right time to release them originally?" Or why do they get added at a later date?
So when I wrote all of the songs for Whirlwind, it was like during a time of my life that was crazy. It was insane. My life was constantly changing every single day. And so I feel like those songs were just I was in the middle of just like beautiful chaos, I guess you could say. And I felt like once we put the record out and we had some more, tour dates under our belt, I felt like, okay, man, I'm starting to get my feet underneath me and I'm starting to really figure out how to like navigate how my life is changing. And so I feel like these songs were kind of songs for the deluxe were kind of on the tail end of the whirlwind. And I know that we're all going to experience whirlwinds the rest of our life, and I feel the dust honestly starting to like kick up right now. We're about to head straight back into touring, but it's awesome, and I'm learning how to navigate all of it, and I think that's called living, that's called learning and figuring out what you gotta do to try to be your best self, and so, yeah, I'm excited to put these songs out into the world. They're on the tail end of the whirlwind, and I've been writing so many other songs, and I can't wait to get them out there quick enough. I mean, it can't happen quick enough.
One of them you did say is what you think is one of your favorite songs you've ever created. Now, what is it about this particular song? First of all, tell us what that is and then the reason why.
Peace, love, and cowboys. I feel like that right there. Um, that's the 3 most important things that we need in life. Peace, love, and cowboys, and you can't go wrong right there. I feel like when I was writing it, honestly, a lot of my songs that I write, I feel like, of course, I'm writing them for my fans, but it's also a reminder for myself, to really hold on to the things that are important and like what really matters. And so hopefully when everybody hears it, they can understand what I'm talking about. But I do think that those are some of the most important things right there.
Do you know what? I've got two of those. I wouldn't necessarily say my banking partner's a cowboy, but how do we make them a cowboy, you know?
Hey, at the end of the day, it's not, hey, you don't have to ride a horse. You don't have to wear a cowboy hat. Like what makes you a cowboy is, are you a stand up human? Do you do what you say you're going to do? So they might be a cowboy.
This is good. He was brought up on a farm, so I guess he's got the tendencies, but it's just not he's not rocking around in a cowboy hat. I think we can change that though.
That's good. That's fun.
When it comes to going to your shows and seeing, because I'm so excited as a country music fan for years, we're finally getting our favorite artists, you being one of them in New Zealand. When it comes to, the vibe of what you want your audience to be wearing and how you want them to show up, is there anything particular? Is there any type of style of pant you want them to be wearing?
Most of the time, I can only see them from, like, their chest up, so I have no clue what their ankles look like, but if I was willing to bet, a lot of the time it is bell bottoms, but also I want people to feel like they can just come to the show as they are. I want them to feel good, feel their best self, and if that means in a pair of bell bottoms, you damn right, put them on.
And that is why I guess you've done a collab with Wranglers, is because you're so known for your bell bottoms. And look, I want to know, as a kid, were you wearing them as a kid, or has it just become a part of you as you've gotten older?
No, I had my first pair of bell bottoms, I think I was 9 years old. They were blue leopard print, and I remember the way they made me feel, and I thought back to those pair of bell bottoms when I was really trying to figure out, like, man, okay, being a decent singer-songwriter as a female in Nashville it's not the thing that's gonna do it. You gotta kind of honestly, like, step out a little bit more, and for me, that was trying to figure out, okay, like, I need to be able to kinda turn heads a little bit, and for me, it was putting back on those bell bottoms years ago. I mean, at this point, probably 8, 9, 10 years. I don't even know. I've lost count at this point how long I have been rocking the bells. But when it comes to Wrangler, I grew up wearing Wrangler. Me and my family grew up rodeoing and trail riding, and it was kind of just like the jeans for the Wilsons.
I think that is so cool. And it's so crazy to me because I mean, we don't have the same culture, I guess, in terms of the country culture necessarily that you have, where we see the rodeos and we've got them at our doorstep. But I lived vicariously through the likes of Yellowstone that you were a part of and through the music. And so I think it's really cool that it gives, I guess, us as New Zealanders a chance to escape our reality and be a part of something that we only have to travel the world to be able to see. As someone who was born and bred with that, what is the main like message that you've grown up that's kind of incorporated in your music and incorporated in you as a person in terms of the culture of country?
You know, the way that I was raised, honestly, like country radio was just on in the background all the time. I felt like I knew the people who were singing to me. I felt like they were telling my story. I felt like they were singing like directly to me. And so it was about that the storytelling. It was the truth. It was songs that even as a kid, I just remember thinking like, "Man, this song makes me feel something." And so I think it just takes you back to a certain time, place, memory, and feeling. And like I said, I wanna be able to like take people home. I think country music takes people home. And maybe you didn't grow up on a farm with your feet in the dirt on the back of a horse, but like everybody likes the feeling of being at home and feeling grounded. And so I think country music does that.
We honestly are so excited to have you here. Cannot wait.
It's gonna be fun.